Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Lords of Sin on Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces. Oh, it's been so long since we got to play this game together, and I've been thinking about it, without exaggeration, every day. My name is Ethan. As always, I will be your dungeon master for this grimdark fantasy high-level adventure. I am joined by 6 incredible storytellers, players, performers, people I am lucky enough to call friends. Let's go around and say hi to them really quick. I'm not going to say who everyone is playing right now because we have that whole thing. But let's go around and just say hi to everyone. First, we have Danny. We've got Mallow.
Good evening, everyone.
Aaron.
Hello.
Matt.
I'm a black man.
Accurate.
I'm just going to start introducing myself. Hi, I'm a marshmallow.
Valid. That's a valid response.
Also valid.
I think this should be.
And Cory.
I'm an Asian man.
Big win. Big win.
It's important to say.
Wow.
Me and Mav are the diversity hires.
Correct.
Well, Danny here that you're just ignoring.
Yeah.
A woman of color.
I'm 2 shades darker. I count more. You get more of a tax write-off.
And before we get
write-off.
into the Family Guy style
I know.
skin chart,
I can't compete, Mav. Listen, let me have this.
On this month? In this month?
Yeah, it's true. You can have it in 10 days. Not yet.
Especially in this month.
Just some general announcements before we jump into this session 18 of this campaign. First of all, this is very much an 18-plus stream. Not only do we curse in almost every single stream, but this is a grim, dark, brutal story. Please check the content warnings. Please check any timestamps that may have been called out. Take care of yourself. You can always skip those portions. You won't miss anything you couldn't pick up on if you skip them. So take care of yourself first and foremost. Second, you can watch past episodes of this, City of the Crimson Tower, Under a Crooked Moon, and Wild Beyond, all over on our new YouTube channel, Go Buff Yourself, and on our previously existing podcast version, Go Buff Yourself, anywhere you get podcasts. And I think those are all of my overarching announcements. Sweet! So we can go ahead, run that incredible intro video by our man Mallow here, and get into episode 18. Lords of Sin.
Ivor is burning, and you've got front row seats.
We have provided you with the signs and portents for you to prepare for our coming.
Devil. Not demon. Devils are worse.
If I die today, I die well next to you.
If you can be made, then you can be unmade.
Zariel has a bit of a temper.
I will destroy you.
Devils have knocked at our door. It is time we knock back.
We don't die today.
Wrath is the whetstone that sharpens the blade of your purpose to a razor's edge. I claim what was the Moon Maiden's as mine now. Ah, mortals! Desperate, loud, flailing. You care for this one, don't you? There is not one of you too pure to fall. Oh, you are brave. They all were. Your end comes in 7 days. Truly, your only hope of survival is servitude. Perhaps you'll find shelter beneath the boot of your chosen master. Kneel, serve, and find sanctuary.
A soft creaking of chains as the suspended body of Jaeger hangs below the Queen's Justice, rocking in the mountain wind. The nauseating smell that had emanated from the slug-like form of Balzabul has been dispersed on the calm winter winds. And there is a scorched circle where falling snow cannot accumulate, melting quickly while snow falls and gathers all about the grasp. We left just about 30 seconds after that drawing of a flower that Lorwryn made burst into flames, a spiral, a cyclone of fire, and then appearing right there. Someone familiar, yet deeply unfamiliar at the same time. And Cory, I know we left off with a visual description of your character, but could you describe who we see once again, please?
As the flames and the brimstone burst forth from this fire symbol, in a flash, Lorwryn, you notice something odd about the fire too. Mixed in with the normal fires of hell is black fire. Deep, dark, black fire. Just flecks of it mixed in, and then it and a bright flash, and then in that cinder, that wave of heat, you look, and before you stands an 8-foot-tall mound of muscle, infernal armor, and a golden burning crown that is melted into a helmet. Kneeling on the ground, the skin is ash white with black tattoos all over the arms and skin that you can see. And he stands to his full height. Well, well, well. That took a lot longer than I'd meant to. It's Shin. But not. Oh, wait. I remember you. Lorwryn, right? Daughter of Loth, the Spider Queen. That would make you a princess, right? And he pats you on the back way too hard. Oh, sorry. You look like shit.
I feel like shit too.
And he grabs you. and lightly lifts you off the ground with one hand. His hand is much larger than it was before. And you feel something odd. You heal. Healing washes over your body. There. Sorry about that.
Well, now we are both nurses, apparently. I like this.
It's good to see you. It's been a very long time. Where is Kalista?
And you notice that he's not actually looking around. Lorwryn, you notice that for some reason, while he's asking these things, he's not looking around per se. He's just facing you.
Are you still holding her up, kind of thing?
Yes, like you're still suspended. You have not asked him to put you down.
Yeah. She grabs him just gently and almost kind of like, endearingly by both sides of his cheeks and stuff like that, and then just and like tries to push her hands to like where Kalista is standing or was standing next to her before she got picked up, kind of thing.
Still not looking the proper direction.
Well, she's down there. She was right next to me when you popped back up. But yeah. Well, welcome back. Yes.
He looks down, or his face angles down. Oh. He sets you down gently.
Oh, no. This was rushed work.
And then you see him, and he like...
3 times. You died 3 times. Your soul is the threads. Oh my God.
And he places a hand on Kalista.
What have they done to you?
A lot. They did a lot. You missed a few things while you would have gone. To us, it was only 20 minutes, but for you, it was probably an eternity, I imagine.
Kalista, you feel... Because I'm assuming Kalista is comatose, correct?
She's definitely not doing good. She's just kind of standing there staring at you, and her gaze keeps coming like from your face down to where you're touching her, but she is not making any moves to move away from you.
You notice his face is not quite facing you. Like it's in your direction, but it's not quite facing you. And you feel in your body something start to happen within you. And what it feels like is like the threads of fabric being tightened, but on your soul. And your attachment to the weave being repaired. It's slow. It'll still probably be a while before you feel full strength, but it's almost like he's shoring up Revivify.
That should hold you. I can see whoever did this was a master, but 30 times pulled from the other side is tricky work. He had to use blunt force, seemingly.
He, technically, but
Who?
we didn't get a lot of choice, actually.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I did not hear you. What?
She.
She?
The last one, she was put back together by she. She who is mother.
How interesting. How interesting indeed. That explains the webs around your soul. Those aren't coming out.
And then his hand, his face still not quite reaches up to Kallista's face.
Wow. They are beautiful in a way. They are threaded through your essence.
And then his hand grazes your cheek, and it feels warm.
I am glad you're alive.
And his head cocks.
I'm glad you did not choose. to stay. I am very glad you did not choose to stay. No, I haven't had a proper drink in 1,000 years. Where's the bar in this shithole?
Yep, probably. At least that was my hope. Because fuck all do I need a drink.
Where is Jaeger's body? I can't hear you.
Jaeger is currently suspended from chains hanging below the Queen's Justice, which
How far?
is about 150 feet right now from the ramparts.
Before Zhou does anything else, I promise this is the last thing I'm doing, guys.
No, you're good.
I promise. Zhou, like, you see Lorwryn, Zhou sort of, like, scanning around, but, like, he's not looking at anything. Like, you can tell because of who you are that it's almost a performance. And he moves his head around and then immediately shoots up at Jaeger. 1 second. And flies to Jaeger. And Kalista, what you see is Shin evens up with Jaeger's body, grabs one of his gauntlets and rips it off his body. And then drops down.
One other thing I do want to note that Lorwryn and Kalista would certainly notice, the other three of you can as well, though to Kaldian this will mean nothing. When Shin flies, there is no eruption of spectral dragon wings that lifts him there. He simply flies.
Just very unceremoniously rips off Jaeger's hand / gauntlet, places it on his own hand.
When we picked up, were we all out there, or because I know the last thing that we left off was we were kind of doing different things.
You were all still mostly outside, though you had headed to your dorm, if memory serves. Okay. So here's the thing: at this point, if you want to have had Val turn around and all been there, that is totally fine, or we can pick up with where you are here in just a moment. Your choice.
Got it.
I have a note about that, actually. We forgot, because it's been a long time. Val, you are in your room, but the Sword of Zariel started humming extremely loudly and started vibrating violently when I showed up.
That's true.
So you are aware something has happened very close by that is significant to that sword.
I got you.
I would also say, go ahead and make me a perception check, Val, as the only one who wasn't here in the courtyard generally.
13.
You would also hear Shin's laugh, but not like you. It's his laugh, but it's a little different. But you hear a loud laugh because right now the grasp is quite quiet. Outside of wind, groaning of the buildings, there isn't the sound of other claw-bound around shouting, yelling, training, running. So it's easy to hear that laugh echo from the courtyard from your dormitory.
Okay.
And that was about a minute after the sword started acting strangely. So if you would want Val to be returning to the courtyard, I would say she could show up right about now.
Yeah, so Val is going to be making her way to the courtyard, sword in hand, because it is buzzing in her hands right now. And it has never buzzed before. Even when she was slashing, trying to slash at Baltable, it was not buzzing like this. So I'm kind of dumbfounded as I'm walking out of the the main castle, essentially.
And so, Kaldian and Korrin, where would the two of you have been during this time or at this moment?
Probably would have been walking with Cal, just trying to figure out the new guy. You know, give him a little bit of hospitality, you know, thank him for coming and helping us out in our time of need and everything like that, and learn a little bit more about him while we walk.
And Cal would have been, I guess it would have been right after he did his prayer to Kelimvor, and then started walking back with Korrin when this guy showed up, and would probably, I would say, be like on the rampart still, maybe closer to the ship.
Could you make me a intelligence-based check, Kaldian? I don't care if it's history. I think it probably does have to be history. It's the only skill that's really fitting here.
Right.
I just know that Shin doesn't smell the same, and he smells wrong.
12.
I think with a 12, Kaldian, you might have been a little distracted when this Dragonborn, now smaller, came over and started speaking with you, and you absolutely would have gotten this impression as well, Korrin, that this gentleman was a little distracted. Just, not that he was being evasive, just that something else was on his mind. And I think, Kaldian, ever since you felt that connection from your god, felt that footstep of the divine, there's been a worry that's been going through your head. You were on your way to Highgale. You know the general situation there. Now you know that there are hundreds of extra refugees appearing there. So I think you've been a little distracted working out the next steps, even if they aren't steps you'll be involved in.
So he would definitely be half paying attention to whatever Korrin is saying, but then snaps kind of out of it and grabs Korrin's arm when this figure flies up and becomes visible and gets to Jaeger. Korrin, apologies for interrupting, but is that another devil?
Honestly, I don't think so. And she kind of sniffs to where it's a confusing smell of, I guess, brimstone and Shin scent.
Do you want to add something to that scent, Cory?
I do. I'm going to give something to Korrin. Korrin, what you smell, there is a hint of Shin, but because of your hunt, like the amount of time you've spent as a warrior, the amount of time you've spent on battlefields and in the wild, you recognize that is the smell. Like, his smell is old, like battle clothes that have been worn for much longer than several battles, thousands, caked blood. You smell thousands of battles on one cloak, on one set of armor.
And at this point in time, Korrin will push our new friend Cal behind her and walk in front of him.
On the ready.
Ah! Korrin! A warrior amongst warriors! And tugs you in. This feels like the first Shin you met. Ah! And then punches you in the face.
In this month? On this month? Okay, just checking. Sorry, now I'm also Mav's PR department in this game.
With those horns?
She takes that punch, and it's one of those things where she takes it and it kind of cracks the ground beneath her because she doesn't fully fucking move. It's just she takes it and looks at him and just headbutts him.
And he flies back, slams into the ground, like, because he was flying at this point, falls off the side, hits the ground, like, he uses somewhat of his flight to cushion his fall, and he's like, ah!
Runs up and puts her, and just puts her fucking foot in his chest. What the fuck happened to you?
It's good to see you. We should have a drink. It's been a long time.
And at about that moment, Val steps out from where she was hustling back to the courtyard, sword of Zariel in hand, and you see Korrin with her foot on this fiendish-looking individual's chest.
You're
muted, Val.
Sorry. I am going to tentatively, I kind of walk out. I have the sword in my hand. It's buzzing. And then I see this and I freeze. Because this doesn't compute in my brain to what is happening right now. With
At the
Korrin.
moment she shows up in the courtyard, Korrin looking down at Shin. You see his case.
Does Shin look different than when he was younger?
He's
hugely different.
Okay, so I thought.
He grabs Korrin's foot. And Korrin, you were applying enough pressure for the Shin you knew. He moves your leg aside. Seemingly gently, but a little less effort than you thought was going to be necessary to keep him pinned to the ground. He stands up.
One moment. Then we're gonna have a drink, right?
Then he looks at Val.
Valkerie.
Val narrows her eyes at him and hisses. Who are you?
I am Zhou.
Shing! You hear another.
What have you done?
You hear a blade draw, Zhou, and you were aware of this person's presence. But you hear the blade draw as Val asks this question, and standing behind you on the opposite side is Rengel, blade ready.
And you see, okay, this is a big moment. I'm super excited for this, Ethan. I'm so excited. Oh, okay. Shin doesn't, again, this is an odd thing, Val. You notice, both Lorwryn and Val notice, Shin doesn't look at Rengel, per se. But his head turns to the direction that Rengel is and takes a moment.
You. I remember you.
I remember you.
Your name.
The man you used to be.
You were never the man you should have been. Rengel, the coward. Rengel, the coward. Rengel, the weak of mind. Rengol, the weak of mind. Rengol, the weak of mind. And he starts spitting, and rage takes upon him, and he charges Rengol and starts trying to stab him with a great sword that is beaten and barely holding together. It has been welded and starts attacking him savagely. Rengol the useless!
Make me an attack roll.
I forgot to equip a great sword. My bad, guys.
What you have?
Just use the blade that's in there for now, and we'll just replace the roll with a d12. That's what I would say.
Okay. My bad, guys. I had pulled up everything
good.
but this. I wasn't expecting to get into combat, to be honest.
As you run towards Rengol, charging, and he deflects the first attack. There's nothing you can call me that I haven't called myself.
I will hear no words of a coward!
28.
Hit. Damage.
Korrin, while this is going on, and Korrin's going to go over to Val.
8.
How long do we keep this up? How long we let him go at it for a little while?
What has happened to Shin?
I don't know. It smells like him, but it's wrong.
Who is that horny bastard?
I'm pretty sure I get a third attack because of something. I can't remember why.
If you find why, but I think you only get 2. But let me know if you find where...
there's something that lets me
take
a
no, it's when you get a critical or take an enemy down to 0 with Great Weapon Master.
No, there's something else that allows me to make... It only allows me to do this, and that's it. And it's like specifically an attack or... What is it? I saw it earlier. Damn it.
Let me know if you find it. Because we're functioning a little outside of initiative here. So as you go running and Korrin runs over to Val and the two of you start talking about this, you see ching, 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 the blades sparking as they collide into each other, and Zhou, whooshing, or the changed form of Shin, lunges past Rengol and slices across his ribs.
I know! I know what I did. I was in there.
It is not an excuse!
Attack again.
Roll again. Is anyone doing anything? Or are you all letting this play out?
18.
But the two wizards are just sitting there like, nope, no.
I'm gonna yell out after he got the rib attack on Rengol. I'm going to yell out, Shin! What are you doing?
Shin raises this sword and pauses for a second.
Shin. 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 Us.
And his face faces towards Val.
Was that my name?
That used to be her name. Seems like a long time ago to you. I'm going to pull out the Sword of Zar. I'm holding the Sword of Zariel, and I'm going to point it at him, buzzing.
I'm going to flip the Archon blade in my hand and stab it straight by, not hitting him, by Rengol's face. And he's going to lean down to Rengol's face.
I have been reminded that your death is not my decision, but you weak mind do not deserve your station. And I hold you in the highest contempt. And you should not even be able to face your subordinates.
And I don't disagree with a single word you said. But look at you. Look at him!
What do I care for a coward's judgment?
And he stands up, kicks him in the side.
Then what will you
away.
care of theirs?
And he points towards your companion standing around.
We fight against these devils!
They fought against these devils. You stood by them. Silence yourself, or I will continue my assault, and I will silence it for you. It is for Valkyrie's sake that I don't cut you where you stand. I have thought of nothing but for 1,000 years, but cutting you down in 1,000 ways, dragging your ass to hell, and torturing you myself. So silence, you snivering fool.
Rangel, first of the Clawbound, with the blade embedded near his face in one of the buildings, slumps down.
Then do it. Show them all what you are now. I see what you are, and I see what I am. I see what we all are now. You're right. I don't deserve this station. And you don't deserve their trust.
He saunders up to Rangel, grabs the Archon blade, rips it out of the wall.
You know nothing of me.
Turns to Val.
I apologize. His death is not my decision. And I, lost a bit of my composure, Valkerie. My apologies.
Are you a devil?
I am neither. I don't believe in the classifications and labels you wish to put upon me. Things don't exist in a world of evil and good.
That wasn't my question.
And I gave you an answer. I am neither.
Where were you, Shen?
Unfortunately, that's a much longer answer. One we do not have time for. But perhaps, if somebody gets me a fucking drink, I'll tell it.
Imagine him drunk.
But till then, I do have a question for you, Valkerie. Wait, did you prefer some other moniker?
For you,
Right?
it's Valkerie.
Ah. Well then. I offer you a trade. I wish, if it is amenable to you, to possess the sword of Zarya, as I can mitigate some of its less desirable side effects. And I will not offer it without giving something in exchange. I kept these all this time for you.
And he reaches in and pulls out the Boots of Speed, and he holds out the Archon blade.
I took this off of a rather, less than cooperative pit fiend. I offer you these 2 things.
She looks at him. She's not even looking at the things he pulled out, but she's looking at him directly in his eyes. Unwavering.
Oh, you are?
Well, I'm looking up, but...
Are you looking into my eyes?
Yeah. She's looking directly into his eyes.
Do you have dark vision?
Yeah.
Okay. What you see shocks you a little. His eyes aren't there. They're covered by molten metal. Gold, slightly tinged with heat. But both of his eyes look like they have been scorched from his face, then covered in molten metal.
What do I feel when I hold the sword? Yeah.
The vibration is stronger when you are closer to this individual. And you do see that the crown that looks like it's almost melted on his head is a little familiar. And as you notice these things, as you notice his eyes, I think you just glance for a second behind him where Rangel is using his sword to push himself to standing, and he looks at you and he just shakes his head at you. His one good eye looking at you as it has so many times, and there is a pleading look in his eye as he shakes his head.
I want one more thing.
Name it.
You leave the claw bound. And you don't touch anyone else here. That bastard behind you included.
Zhou looks a little hurt.
I had no intentions of attacking anyone else here. My issue was with him alone. For I have reflected for a very long time, watching him as we struggled. His name was one of many that I recited. To keep me alive. The rest of these here fought, bled, and died. Now you can tell me all you want, all the platitudes of mortal men, of he was charmed, he was this, but if he was truly worthy of the title he stands within, he should have been able to resist.
If any of us were worthy of the titles we have, we wouldn't have let the Valahim fall. But
Shin
none of us were that
recoils.
worthy.
Shin recoils, and you see
My apologies.
You blame yourself. But you shouldn't. There's enough blame to go around. It seems we have that in spades.
Yeah. Counteroffer, then. I will leave and stand outside the walls of the Clawbound. As long as somebody brings me a drink.
As long as you don't hurt anyone here, you can stay until we all leave.
I promise you, I will shed no mortal blood as long as I am on this plane. That does not deserve it. Because sometimes there's possessions. I gotta defend myself, you know? Aren't you kind of like a dream eater?
She looks into your eyes once more. You don't seem like a man who dreams.
What's that?
You don't seem like a man who dreams.
I used to.
And I release the sword. And as I release it, it almost hovers as it makes its way to Shen.
As it hovers towards, it also grows in size a little bit before he clasps it in his hand. While this all has been happening, while this all has been happening, Lorwryn, Kalista, Korrin, Kaldian, or if you want to do anything, say anything.
Korrin was backing Val up regardless, because if he makes a wrong move, I'm fucking him up. But I would let the others go first.
The lovers are going to make their way up to the ship.
Okay.
And
Cal-
yeah, go ahead.
No, keep going.
Oh, I was going to say because if I remember correctly, the whole point was we are going to the Blaze of Virtue at this point. I think Korrin said we're headed home. And so they're going to get to the top of the ship, and whoever's left that was, they're having to clean up a little bit too. But I'm basically carrying Kalista a little bit in my arms, and I look at the. Let's see. Second mate killed first the captain, right? The first mate killed the captain, right? So
as you get up there, and as you signal to the Queen's Justice, it comes over, drops a rope ladder, and you are able to lift Kalista. It's a bloody scene on the main deck here. You see several individuals, 5 or so, who are currently like hog-tied, bound, tied to barrels. And the one who greets you is the same goblin who came down earlier after all the fighting had first stopped and then reclaimed the body of Jaeger. Captain Caldo List, a goblin. Welcome aboard, Second Thread Warden. I am happy to report that the mutineers are in custody, including Second Mate Samson.
Fantastic. I am so sorry to ask this, but please point me to your captain's quarters.
Of course. Anything for the Second Thread Warden. Follow me. And begins to lead the two of you below deck. As he does, Second Thread Warden, I feel I need to ask what you would like done with the mutineers. We are not called the Queen's Justice simply because it is a pretty name.
Leave it to...
I'm
Who is
sorry.
his name? Kaldian?
I am sorry. I do not recognize your authority.
I am holding the Second Thread Warden and her life in my hands. You will recognize my authority. Without me, you would not have a Second Thread Warden. And you would be dead. Thus my authority.
Looks to you, Kalista, and this goblin is not giving an inch here right now, but looks at you, Kalista.
All Kalista does is gives a single nod.
Very well. What are your orders?
Do with them what you must. You know justice. You are the captain. Kill them if you need to.
Very well. These are my quarters. I will bunk with the rest of the crew for now. If there is anything you need, please...
Unless we are under grave danger, Do not bother us.
Hey, well. Gives a small bow, steps away, walks off.
Hopefully I did okay for you. It's hard being this direct sometimes. She'll just kind of whisper down to her as she lays her down in bed. And she'll climb also into bed as well and just sort of big spoon, little spoon her and just kind of like put her head on her head. And she goes, now rest. For the love of all things, we need it.
And they will. And instead of just going into a trance, Kalista is going to actually allow her body to fully shut down and actually sleep.
What would the rest of you... Oh, I'm sorry, Lorwryn. Was there anything else here?
Oh no, we're aiming for long rest. At this point.
I just wanted to make sure.
If we can get to that long rest, that would be great. Does it happen to take 4 hours to get to the?
Luckily, it takes about half a day. Actually,
there we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, good. Because I'm passing the fuck out right now. Because holy shit, we've been through some shit today.
I assume pretty much everyone will be. So as our two wizards head up to the Queen's Justice, would the rest of you be doing anything down here at the Grasp? Yeah, Kaldian.
Right after the interaction with Val and Shin, not Shin. Shin, not Shin, would look down at his feet and there would be silver fog starting to roll from behind him. And and slight glowing happening as Kaldian is going to cast Cure Wounds on Rengal and just make sure that the bleeding is stopped. He's able to do what he can on his own and is in a stable condition.
Isn't this so typical of a man of the cloth?
You intrigue me. And that does not happen often.
Why? Because I stand here. Somebody empowered but no god.
No, it's just that you walk a very fine line on this day. You wear the armor of something that was just being worn by another devil. But these people seem to know you. And I am just very curious what you are doing here. And what your intentions are.
Well, and he saunders up to you. I'll tell you, man of God, I am here to kill devils. Does that satisfy you?
He seemed truthful on this matter.
Make me an insight check, please.
$30.
Good God.
Your boy fucking with the Grave Warden. What up?
That's a lot.
My God kicks your God's ass.
I got you, Ethan.
Okay, feel free.
it?
Yeah.
What you feel is a level of truth unfamiliar. It's so true. It's too true. But there is something else there. You know what he is saying is the absolute, unequivocal truth. He is here to kill devils. But there is something something not being said, something being withheld, but it does not threaten you. It is not against you or anybody here.
While he's kind of reading him, he'll pull out a little set of scales, and they just start to teeter back and forth ever so slightly.
And he grabs it. I have been very courteous. And I know you just looked beyond. So I'll spare you the work.
By all means, please, 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 please do.
Do not bring your God into this with me.
Kaldian.
Everything is about balance.
Kaldian, you say that. Your scales are a symbol. They are a tool. They are not the divine.
No.
You look at this man in front of you, and you just focus for a second. You see those scales, and you see them slam to one side with a weight on there that looks like burning molten metal. Problem is, you don't know which side of the scales that is.
Is that something that only Kaldian sees?
Oh yeah.
Or is it like physically?
No, that is
just...
It's there, not there for you.
Gotcha.
It's in your mind's eye.
And you see Kaldian kind of glaze over just a little bit, and then refocus.
Curious, isn't it?
Extremely.
He releases your scales, and you realize by looking at it, he didn't actually add a whole lot of force. They're not damaged. He was gentle enough that he got his point across without damaging your thing. I would prefer if you left your God out of our conversations, and we will have a nice and cordial working relationship. Do we have an accord?
We do. But on one condition. You must honor what the Lady Valkerie has said with harming those around you. Because if we were in Wynwood under her queen's jurisdiction and you pulled that, and he'll point to Rangal, then the tails would be tipped and I would step in.
What is wrong and what is right stands no heed to the laws of men. I give not a care for the laws of men. He is a coward, and I would have done the same in any country, land, or plain. And I will lose no sleep on that decision.
Then I believe we will have an accord.
And he looks at your scale and he looks at you. My word was worth more than any god. And I swear to you, upon my oath and upon everything I stand for, I will harm no mortal
or being or anything of sentience that is not compromised or deserving. No innocence will be spilled by my blade for any reason.
Of that, I do believe you.
And he gives you one last hard stare and walks on towards the outside, towards the gates of the fortress to leave, to sit outside the fortress.
As he heads off, you hear footsteps approach you, Kaldian. And you see Rangol step up next to you. And he just watches this man leave. Looks at you, looks at your holy symbol, gives a nod. I can see you've studied the gods, but how much have you studied about devils?
Just enough to be able to kill them when needed.
There is limited information.
But, and he gives a nod towards the back of the person walking away.
I've read people talk like that. If it walks like a devil,
Looks at you.
and talks like a devil,
And crawls out from another plane in a fiery blaze.
well, I wasn't gonna point that part out, but yeah. Val, a word?
And he starts to head off.
Out of the shadow, Val appears.
Val will follow him.
Korrin,
She gives a nod to Korrin first. She nods at Korrin because Korrin's been backing her up. Then she follows Rangol.
you going with Korrin, or are you doing something else?
No,
Come
I'm
on.
following Rangol.
No, I'm asking Korrin.
Korrin's gonna follow our new friend.
Are you trying to keep this from being obvious, or do you not care?
Who's gonna fucking stop me? I'm going.
Okay. We see then as Kaldian is left here for a moment in the courtyard. Val and Rangol start to head one direction. Zhou, followed by Korrin with Kalista and Lorwryn, trying to get some rest up in the Queen's Justice, the airship. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. We will come back right here.
I want to point out my favorite band is My Chemical Romance, so that gift actually brings me joy and pain.
We'll be right back, y'all.
That's a normal.
We are back. Val. Not Shin. Been talking so much about Shin, I almost said. Rangol leads you to his study. As first of the Clawbound, he has his own little space, as a few of the more senior members do. Their own studies, libraries, workshops, whatever their area of focus is. He leads you in and sets his sword on his desk, goes behind, grabs his chair, and pulls it out around to the front of the desk, where the guest's chair is, and sits down there and gestures for you to do the same.
She sits down beside him.
How are you feeling about, well, everything?
I'm just glad we didn't all perish. Because I thought we were. Until that stranger showed up and healed us, we were all fucked.
Selena.
You also notice just a little thing. Rangel has not wiped off any of the blood on him. None of it. He is just coated and covered still.
I suppose we should give her last rites.
You should give them tomorrow. I think everyone needs today.
Tomorrow, then.
Will you bring them back?
Bring her back?
No, will you bring them back? They're all scattered now because we made them leave.
Well, that kind of brings me to what I want to talk to you about, Val. Whoever that person is, Shin, you called him. He was right. I do not deserve this station.
Are you going to step down?
Do you really think I shouldn't? Do you really think I'm still fit to lead?
And you have never, ever, once in the 150 years you have known Rangel, you have never heard that amount of self-doubt.
She's going to rise from her chair from sitting beside him. You don't step down at the Clawbound, you die! And you're still here. So unless you want me to pull your heart out of you right here, you're going to sit back down in that fucking chair and you're going to be the leader.
Looks up at you and smiles at you.
Well, I may not believe in myself too much right now, but I know that I made the right choice when I sent you. You. Or something I did right.
And you'll do more right. Because we need you here.
Was going,
and he gestures to the sword.
Was going to offer you the position.
She's going to laugh a little bit at him. Now you know I'm not that old.
No, you're not. You're still very young, and you have a lot to learn. But could be the right person for this moment. I don't know if I am anymore.
You are. Because I have to go finish this. We've only killed 2 of the devils. And something tells me you're not going to work well with whatever the hell that thing is.
Are you?
I don't know.
Be careful,
I knew
Val.
him once.
There's something wrong about him. I don't know.
He can't be worse than my sister.
Well, she is a character. That's for sure. But I don't know. Your sister's a little crazy, but I feel like I understand her more than him. But if I've learned anything, it's that I should trust you. So, what that devil showed before you all got rid of him. The dragons. They're more than just that one.
There are hundreds. if not thousands, that came out of that mountain.
You know, we've thought ourselves for so long the inheritors of the dragons without even really knowing anything about them. Those ravenous beasts that the devil showed us, that's who we named ourselves after.
Are they all so evil? Are they all evil? Or do we just not understand them?
Oh!
I don't know. But I plan for us to find out. You keep doing what you've been doing, Val. And if you insist that I stay here, then the Clawbound has a new purpose. We're going hunting.
I'm excited to hear about your progress, as I'm sure you'll be excited to hear about mine.
I will be. Sometimes it falls to the inheritors to correct the errors of their forebears. But I should live to carry that out. Well...
She's gonna hug him, and she never hugs Rangal.
And he shudders in your grasp a little bit. A moment of weakness, of loss of control over his emotions. And again, never seen that. Hey, all right, enough of this. Okay. And pushes back. You get anything you need from here. And travel safe. I don't know if
she's going to use her boots of speed. As soon as he stops talking, she's going to wink at him and then use her boots of her very new boots that she's very excited about using and wink out of his office, essentially.
I don't know. Bye. All right.
Points of clarification. How long does it take to attune to the boots of speed?
Takes an hour.
So does she like run smack dab into the wall on the way out too?
Well, it's not like they give her like
kind of
the ability to
kind of
move through the wall, but you just run. You just sprint at full speed because they are quite attuned.
I like what Mallow's alluding to, which is that she's only halfway through attunement, so she only has like half proficiency. So she's like, yeah.
Boom. And then she's like, I meant to do that. And just bam, on again.
It's less attunement, more like learning how to use them.
Super speed, like your super speed. Get some powers. Speedster gets some powers for the first time.
The sound of Val's footfalls go quiet as Rangal just turns his attention.
She's just ricocheting off hallways.
Rangal turns his attention back to his sword and just stares at it. Korrin, you were following behind the newcomer. The grasp is a floating section of rock. So you can leave the walls, not by a lot. They're pretty much built onto the edges. So it's, basically like stepping out onto a porch, essentially, because if you go much farther, you're going to fall, or at least have to fly.
Yeah.
And Korrin, like you said, you were making no bones about doing this, so just a minute or so after you, Zhou, step past the walls, you hear the crunching of snow and know that someone is approaching you.
He pays no heed. Zhou, what you see, Korrin, is Zhou slumped down onto the snow, cross-legged, very familiar to you. And Zhou starts pulling it. He opens. You see it. It's Shin's bag of holding. but it's worn, burned. It looks rough. He opens it up, starts pulling out logs out of the bag, and then puts his hand over it. It lights on fire. He reaches into his bag and pulls out a little camping mesh thing and starts going through the process of making tea. I know you're there. You might as well have a sit and ask the questions you want to ask. Or fight. I'm game for both, to be honest. And I won't even use this sword.
Oh, you're gonna take it easy on old lady. That's great. I don't want that.
No.
And she sits down in the snow, and you just see kind of steam rises when she sits down. So, you're the rage.
I am all of it. As someone, and he looks you dead in your eyes. And this time, he's looking in your eyes. It's the only time so far you've seen him, he's looking directly into you. I can sense the hells have touched you. I am not the only one who came back different. Yours is just a little less developed, but it's there.
The sun has fully risen by this point, not by a lot, covering the belt of the world in beautiful oranges. It's a picture-perfect day up here on top of Ivor.
So since Shin has died, and yes, my friend Shin has died, what do I call you? What do you want to be called?
The last 600 years I have been known as Zhou. I don't actually remember how that came to be. Everyone here keeps calling me Shin, and it sounds like an echo of an echo. Like a song you used to know. And you can hum the tune, but you don't remember the words. May I ask you something, and only you?
Yes, Zhou.
What was I like? What did I like?
You were a con man. Your fears? You were brash, big-headed, kind-hearted, hard-headed. Kind. And you could throw many a rights and many a lefts very fast.
I'm glad some things, even after 1,000 years, don't change. He hands you a cup. It tastes exactly how you remember it. Except now there's a little bit of whiskey in.
Oh, well, I was going to say your tea tastes the same. You still make a good cup of tea. And you got a little extra kick to it. So, again, you can kick real good too.
A lot of the leaves in Avernus are very tasteless. Hard to get stuff down there. You know that, don't you? Now I ask you a question.
If you will indulge me.
Go ahead.
How far did it touch you?
She will begin to let her rage build, and you will start to see the markings and the patches that are on her go from orange to a bright blue.
You see something that shocks you, Korrin. A molten tear comes from underneath where the metal of his eyes, where the metal is smelted, and molten tear comes down from it.
I'm so sorry. Do you know what lies ahead for you? It will take you one day. You cannot stop it. And you will slaughter the ones you love. You know that, don't you?
I do. Yes, I do. But until that day, I will keep fighting. And I will add to that toll that will meet me at the end.
Grabs your wrist.
Hold on one sec before you grab. I just want to give Korrin the opportunity to finish. Oh, we good? Okay. All right, cool.
There is a way.
What do you mean?
There is a way to avoid that fate. But it will come at a cost. I don't know how long this will progress. The timelines of the mortal realm and Avernus are different and create an inability to understand that how long you have could be years, could be days. But there is a way out.
And what is that, Zhou?
We must deliver the daughter of Avernus alive.
Who the hell is that?
Her name is Glacia, the sin of lust. And she has moved up her timeline. She is already in the mortal realm. She has broken the timeline. And if we can deliver her undamaged, I can remove this curse upon you and give you your future back. But if we do not do anything, one day you will awaken and have killed everyone you love. I have waited hundreds of years to tell you this information. And I worked very hard to get it for you. I have suffered greatly to get it for you.
And his grip tightens on you, and you feel heat on your wrist as his grip tightens.
And you will feel the same heat back, matching it. Then where is she?
least where she will be.
Zhou, I want you to know something. Shin knew this, so I will share this with you. I know that I've been on borrowed time. My life, my job, grants me that. I live every day like it's my last. I love the people that I care about, and I want to make sure they're safe, and I do what I do to make sure they are. Even including you, who you former were. And then those people, as she yanks her wrist back from you and points to the ship, those people are my people. This world is my home.
Why does everyone think I want to kill everyone here? I have no
I never
designs on these
And she
mortals.
just shush. Stop talking for one goddamn second. I'm getting to the point, is that I believe you. I know you want to do good. You've been down there for so fucking long. You're a whole different person.
He bats your hands away.
No. You have it half right. Because we are comrades and our bond goes much longer back than even 1,000 years. But I will tell you, I have no concerns of good or evil. That is the designs of men from positions of power. I'm here to kill devils. Nothing more, nothing less. And I have no designs on mortal men or the innocents. But I no longer believe in good or evil. That is a fairy tale for gullible men.
So if you're here to kill devils, why are we going?
Why are we saving one?
Yes.
Because one lesson I learned in hell ties to what I just said to you. Good and evil is a delusion sold by those in power. There is no good and evil. Even Loth, for all her designs, is neither good nor evil. So I struck a deal. And I've been given a task. And that task requires us to deliver the Princess of Hell, alive and unbroken.
To who?
Who do you think?
I want to hear you say it.
Unfortunately, I can't. I have been bound.
Okay.
Korrin, if you need here, this is honestly more of a Mav thing than a Korrin. If you need to make a history check here, you can. If you remember certain details, you don't need to. This is just...
Hey, here's the fun part. Mav's brain is jello. Korrin's brain is jello. I got fucked up real bad, so we're just gonna shoot the shit and see what happens.
All right.
And I got an 18!
You heard one of your companions discuss Glasia briefly. You've heard that name actually a few times. Zariel said it. But you heard one of your companions say that she was the daughter of someone. Princess of Hell. And the name was Asmodeus.
So your boss is Asmodeus then?
I have no bosses.
You, Zhou, can you make me a wisdom or constitution save? Your choice.
It's going to be, is it a save or just a check?
Save, please.
20.
Okay. You take 11 points of psychic damage. Now, because you got a 20, you can choose whether you react or not, and therefore whether Korrin would notice anything.
You see Korrin. Actually, do you mind if I do this, DM?
I don't know what this is, but sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Korrin, can you make a perception check? And I'll decide on that number.
That's
how
totally
much you see.
Fair.
We rolled
a 10?
10. Yep, 10.
Okay. You see the metal around his eyes flicker and glow just a bit after he says, "I have no bosses." That's it. Almost like it heated up just a little bit more. Like it moved a little bit.
And Shin, what you felt as the way this psychic damage manifested was like a choke collar getting a tug on the leash.
Shin does his best to stand as if nothing happened, for I am the embodiment of wrath and pride.
Technically, I have pride, and points to the crown on her side. But you keep your secrets. And she's going to have her hand up. Have you forgotten your manners?
What are you talking about?
Get me up.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking old.
But I'm not.
God damn.
I'm not keeping secrets. I just can't tell you. I don't know how more obvious I could have been about that.
I know. I just wanted to make sure. So, yeah, let's see. And, all right, look. Zhou. We're going to go back. You wanted a drink. We're going to go back to the Blaze. What do you...
I have to go to the ship next. That's all I can go to.
I know. That's what we're gonna do. We're going.
Oh, is that what the ship's called? Is the Blaze?
No, shut the fuck up, you dumbass. Should you come back stupider?
Yeah. I thought that was abundantly clear.
I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe you're sitting here being more philosophical.
Dude, I've been huffing brimstone and sulfur for a long time.
I think we... unless you want to continue.
Yeah, we're going to keep... Just walk with me. We're going to go back to my bar called the Blaze of Virtue. You've been there plenty of times.
Oh, your bar.
Yes.
Right.
You wanted a fucking drink, right?
Yeah, but we can't go back to the bar. That's like a day's trip, isn't it?
Doesn't fucking matter. Everybody's fucked
up.
Yeah,
we gotta go do shit. We don't got time for that.
Yes,
what are you talking
about? We have time. I have to go.
Could I technically dimension door to her fucking bar?
No, we have to take everybody with us. You can't. Oh. No. She's talking and scooping up snow, and it's just that is like, seriously? No, we all have to go together.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm just gonna follow you. I don't know what's going on.
I think we see these two strangers remember that they're friends and begin to fall back into old patterns of jokes and bits and friendly jabs, both verbal and physical.
Get a snowball to your face.
It like melts as it's hitting like my face. It just immediately melts, and it's just water, and it's like.
Two fire types have a snow fight.
That's some bullshit.
And we are going to return our focus now to Kaldian. Kaldian, you were left here in the courtyard by yourself. Is there anything else you would be doing here on the Grasp, or where would you be heading next?
He would walk around the grounds just a little bit, mostly because he's curious, because he's never been here before. But once he finds kind of a spot where it's away from everybody and you can't hear the bullshit happening on the other side of the wall, he'll sit down in the snow and pull out a scroll, and it'll float in front of him and then vanish in a puff of silvery fog. And he'll whisper, so only the spell, just loud enough so the spell can take hold. And he's going to cast Sending with the spell scroll to his cousin.
What's the message?
Hello, cousin. Beelzebul has been dealt with at the Grasp. Survivors of Thavalahim have been sent to Hygale. Apologies. There was no time. Dragons are back on Ivor.
And that is as much as you are able to send with this scroll. Would you use a second, or would you wait for a response?
He would wait. I think he got enough off.
What would I do without you, cousin? We have nearly arrived. I will inform those ahead to care for the refugees. Did the right thing. Hygale will stand.
Then he's going to continue walking around, taking in the scene, see if he can find where the other injured clawbound are.
As you're walking around after sending this message, finding a quieter spot, I think you just hear a as Valkerie comes running super fast.
Hello.
Yes. Is there something you needed? Is there something
What's your
chasing
name
you?
again?
Oh, this has been a long day. My name is Kaldian Halicent. I am Grave Warden of Kelimvor.
That's good. That's awesome.
Like mid listing of titles. Just
You heard your name. That's it.
Cool story, bro. Anyways.
I just hear the name. Like,
what's your KD ratio, fam?
Are you going with us?
I believe the actual term is, are you coming with my ship?
Your ship?
By extension.
Are you...
I'm not the captain. I'm just. I was sent with the ship. It's a little complicated. We'll deal with that later. Is there anything we need for this journey?
Autistic people talking to each other. The two most socially inept people fucking talking to each other. No, yeah, that's my ship. Fuck.
Hey, I got gas money. I just need to know whose car to get into. That's it.
I ship these two. I ship these two so fucking hard.
All right, let's let these two have their little moment here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I'll fucking silence myself.
Well, I'll see you on the ship. And then I run off.
There's
kind
the
of
moment.
flushed. I will say, I do not feel great about that. Like, Val doesn't feel great about it. She is a little blushed. She is not used to talking to someone who has a long title. And so she does blush and run off with her new fast boots.
And he looks after her. Kind of tilts his head, is confused, but intrigued. And I guess he's going to, much slower, follow in her snowy footsteps towards the ship.
Val, you nearly run headfirst into Tyron, whom you had seen had returned to the grasp despite being sent off by Rangel earlier. And he's holding something in his arms as he nearly bumps into you. Oh, well, you didn't die again.
But you didn't die either.
It's a good start.
You're back.
Violet, we got her, she's resting now. She's gonna be okay, thanks to you, I think, from what I heard.
Val nods at him and kind of sobers up her face a bit. And you have to take care of her.
She's not gonna like that from me.
Well, all the more reason for you to take care of her, because she's not going to like it from anyone.
I'm sorry I wasn't here for the fight. Maybe Selena. I found this, and he goes to hand you a staff that you saw Balzabul wielding.
She takes it from him and almost looks at him with confusion of, I thought this was gone. Because in all the confusion, it wasn't there.
He points, fell over the ramparts behind this building. I figure you all will have a better use for it than us.
Thank you.
So, what are we doing? What's the plan?
Well, according to Rangel, you guys are going to be going hunting.
Hunting what? Not more of those things.
Dragons. Yes.
Dragons? Like, real dragons?
Like the claw you wear around your neck.
But...
Well, when I come back, you better be riding one.
Oh, fine. We get to fight dragons while you go gallivanting off. Fair. Yeah, totally fair. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You clearly got the better deal.
Elia, be safe, Val. I'm betting on you this time. Don't let me lose.
Last? You too. And she, not nearly as fast, she takes off, but a much more leisurely sprint.
Is there anything else anyone would be wanting to do before climbing on board the Queen's Justice and heading for the Blaze of Virtue. Zhou?
There's just a funny little aside. Oh, sorry. There's just a funny little aside of you see Shin holding Korrin in his arms as he flies up to the ship. You can't tell me this is not embarrassing for you. This is definitely embarrassing.
It is. Okay, I don't. Okay, first of all, this doesn't feel. It is embarrassing, honestly.
Yeah, you
can't
fly. Yeah, you can't fly.
No, I can't fly because not all Dragonborns have wings. Okay, you know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
We see you all climb on board in your own, to reference Monty Python, in your own idiom. And as you, Kaldian, as you climb on board, you know that when the Queen's Justice was commandeered, it was partially commandeered by the crew of the Solstice, the second Thread Warden's ship. However, the captain of the Solstice has been slain. And with the second Thread Warden out of commission, the original captain has resumed his role. And as Captain List approaches you, Lord Hallicent, what is our heading?
He raises an arm and puts it on his shoulder. We head southwest. With all haste, make for the Blaze of Virtue. Let us know when we have arrived.
Southwest, all speed! And he begins to head off shouting instructions. The Queen's Justice begins to move, slowly at first. When you all are about a mile away from the grasp, those of you still on the upper deck see a small trail of smoke begin to rise from the courtyard of the grasp. And Val, you know that Selena is receiving her burial. For the crimes of mutiny, murder, and treason, the 5 of you are sentenced to death. Just shortly after you all depart, the 5 who had been bound are led to the side of the ship. As a result of the crime of mutiny, you do not deserve a sailor's death. May the gods forgive you for what you've done. Do you have any last words? The second mate, the one that a few of you saw plunge a sword through the captain's chest, is a half-orc. Half of his face and his back are covered in black tattoos. He's bound and he is weeping. I killed my mother. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did she have to die? Why did she have to die? Why did she have to die? And the captain steps behind him. She didn't. You do. And pushes him. And he falls away with a scream, joined in succession by 4 others, as the traitors, the mutineers, are delivered the Queen's justice. Kaldian?
Off to the side after all the mutineers get pushed overboard, covered in his cloak, but just visible, you see the little scale slowly tip itself back to even. And he just shakes his head and goes inside.
He noticed, Zhou notices this and laughs under his breath.
Is there anything, as the Queen's Justice hits full speed, about 100 or so miles an hour? It's very windy above decks, but is there anything anyone would be wanting to do now? I know our wizards have already started the process of a long rest. What about the rest of you?
Korrin would fortunately, like a dog riding down in a car with the window down, just sniffing the air and enjoying a good breeze. It's just cooling her skin because it feels great. That's about it.
Anyone else?
Val is going to retire to whatever kind of bed that she has there, if they have beds for us, small.
The second mate, Juliana, shows you all to the crew's cabin where there are hammocks and bed rolls. Anything you can find is yours.
She's going to take one of the hammocks and make herself at home. Is there anyone else sleeping in here right now?
There are about a half a dozen that are asleep right now.
She's going to find a hammock close to someone who sounds like they are sleeping very, very soundly.
You get a few flashes of this individual's dreams as you close your eyes. An enormous dragon. The details of the dream are not accurate to Cairn because they never got close enough to see all of it. But in reality, the nightmare isn't as bad as the reality was. Even in his dreams, he doesn't imagine it big enough.
You're going to see Val kind of snuggle up in her hammock go, delicious.
Incredible. I always knew you had a thing for... I always knew you had a thing for spicy food. You hear a whisper in the darkness.
That's to you, Val.
Val, that's to you.
Oh,
that's to you, Val.
She literally just turns up her, she kind of grins at him, but stays in her same hammock.
What about the rest of y'all? Eventually getting a long rest?
Yep.
You do have half a day of travel here. And I mean half a full day, so about 12 hours. So, you all get to take a long rest.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's that?
I know. Been a while. Been a little while since we had one of those.
It's been a while.
Had to do it. Has to be done. It's required.
Wait, do I?
For the record, fuck Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, do really quick, just out of character check-in. Do people need to take a bio break?
I need to check something real quick.
I'll go bio quick.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take a
I'll
good
do that.
5 minutes then. As we're taking a long rest, we're going to take a short rest. BRB.
I have a question.
We're back. So, as people start to settle down for long rests, is there anything anyone is wanting to do during that time, either before, during, after? Zhou?
Lorwryn. In the night, so it's about, I'd say, like an hour, 2 hours into your long rest. You feel in your sleep a presence hovering over you. You feel like there is a body standing over you.
Hello, former Shin.
You may call me Zhou, for that is the name I have known for 600 years now.
Ah, and there is how do we know. That is how long you have been down there.
No, that was just the name I had for 600. I think I've been down there for 1,000. Though it's hard to say. I have no idea how long I was in the cage. Time is, as you know, on the other planes, a fool's gambit of trying to understand.
Indeed. I am much older than most people give me credit for. I would have died even as a dark elf. I would have died multiple times on this plane.
The perks of being the princess of the webs.
It comes at a price.
You feel a power floating over you into Kalista as Shin wills greater restoration upon her.
Zhou wills. Just trying to
Zhou, excuse me.
I mean, we can go back and forth between the names. Maybe that's fitting. I don't know.
Sorry, that was a Freudian slip. As Zhou wills greater restoration upon her.
She chose
You bring
you. An interesting choice to be sure. I wonder what it is about you.
my charm and good looks, of course.
That's undeniable. World heritage has that sort of effect on people's visage.
I was never royalty. I am just a pawn, much like you.
Fair enough.
Lorwryn, could you make me a perception check, please?
That is a 22.
Shin smells, or excuse me, Zhou smells. See, now you got me doing it. Zhou. There are familiar scents, both from what you knew from Shin, what you smelled off of Korrin that reminded you so much of the first circle of hell. But there's another smell there. It's faint, and it's unusual. It's almost like cologne. And it's a scent that you recognize. Despite the tensions of the Blood War, there have been occasions where the prime demons and the archdevils have met cordially. And Lord of the Ninth Circle of Hell, charming man. He always smelled really good.
What?
What indeed? You came into my quarters.
I came to do a service.
I am appreciative of it.
And he, like, slightly bows. Though not as deep as you're used to seeing him bow, but it's still a bow.
She smiles and just kind of looks at you and is like, there are so many layers to you, Zhou of the Sky Fist. You will never cease to amaze me.
He looks at you, and you see a twinge. Actually, roll inside if you don't mind. I want to see what you see, if you don't mind. If that's okay, DM?
I don't have to do anything. It's great.
6 for the moment on that one, because I don't think I have the other thing going. Yep.
You see a flash of something, though what it is, you don't know. It could be lust. It could be jealousy. It could be any number of those two things in any spade. But you see something as he looks you deep in your eyes. I don't mean to intrude. I will now retire. Take care of her, for she is a diamond like no other.
Indeed. She is special, this one. Whether she knows it or not.
More than any of us could know.
And he evaporates.
Lorwryn will lay her head back down and just kind of snuggle in a little closer and try to fall back asleep, or fully back into her sleep trance.
Anything else anyone is wanting to do during this long rest period? Also, Kalista, could you make me a perception roll with disadvantage?
I will try.
I believe in you.
I'm just going to roll it twice because I
That's
don't
fine.
know how to put disadvantage on the computer.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn, that
13.
first roll, though.
13
No,
with disadvantage.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was a 20.
So,
Damn.
With this being kind of a middling roll, I'm going to give you a choice. You can have heard this conversation or not. Just for what it's worth.
She doesn't say anything. And she does not shift or move while Zhou is in the room. But as Lorwryn kind of moves a little closer, she's going to take Lorwryn's hand and just press it against her chest. And that is the only indication that she has any slight amount of consciousness, is that.
In that case, you all get your long rest, and we pick up a couple hours later. Kaldian, we see as you are one of the first awake, well, other than those who can trance, but the first, you were given the first mate's quarters, which they apologized for, but the captain explained, unfortunately, I have already given the second Thread Warden my quarters. You have my sincerest apologies, Lord Hallisant.
No apologies are needed.
And we see as you rise and begin to gather the others.
Actually, Captain.
Yes, Lord Hallisant?
Would you be able to find me a map of the entire continent and bring it to the captain's quarters?
Of course, Lord Hallisant. Right away.
Then he's going to go get ready, go around, and start gathering up the party. Where would Korrin be?
She slept on the deck of the ship. Because while she was out there feeling the breeze and whatnot, she constantly kept playing with her wedding ring, thinking about what Zhou said to her about what would happen to her family. So she's just curled up like this with her wedding ring right there.
You're going to feel just a staff hit the wood planking right next to your foot to try and wake you up ever so gently.
Keyword, gently. Thank you. Hello? Hi.
Apologies, Korrin. It is time we all meet and discuss what is happening.
Okay. All right, thanks. Where are we meeting at?
Captain's quarters, just that door right over there.
All right, no problem. And she gets up. Takes her a bit, but she gets up.
Quick question, side note. Have you spent much time with the Clawbound? Like, are you familiar with what they do?
Listen, I'm friends with Val. She talks about him every now and then. She kind of rambles on about what she does and her coworkers and everything, but she's good people. But I've learned a lot in these past few hours about what they really do. But I know they're monster hunters, and if anything, and they help protect things.
And he kind of looks around a little cautiously, leans in a bit. Has she ever mentioned anything about hands, taking them from their victims? Victims is probably the wrong word. More their prey. Cory.
She told me a story where she killed a lich and took his hands, but I didn't think of anything.
Sorry, it's just sidetracked. I was just curious. Thank you. I will get the others and meet you. Those doors right there. And he'll walk off.
Oh, okay. What's your name again?
Just call me Cal.
Okay, Cal. Just sweet boy.
Then I'm gonna go find whoever I find next. One of those two.
I imagine the rest would be sleeping in the bunk, with where the bedrolls and the hammocks were, and so yeah.
Zhou is already in where the meeting's probably going to take place, the captain's quarters. He wasn't in there because he knew the meeting was going to be there. He's in there for a completely separate reason.
Well, that is where Lorwryn and Kalista are sleeping, so...
Oh, never mind. That is not where he is. He is not in his bunk, though. He is in the kitchen, or in the stores, if you will.
So Cal will go to the bunks and not find Zhou, but he'll come across Val and just kind of...
What do you want?
we're all meeting up in the captain's quarters. 5 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry for this. See you in 5 minutes. He's gonna go up. Actually, do you know where the... I don't actually know what his name is. Do you know where the devil is?
No.
Shit.
I can't imagine that he's gone far, though. Everyone knows what he looks like. He's not hiding, I imagine.
Well, if you see him on your way, just bring him with you. I'm gonna go check the 3 other rooms on this place. Then I guess at some point I'll find where Zhou is.
You come into the stores, kind of whatever the ship would be of like the equivalent of like the kitchen or the cupboard, and he's like, "What kind of hoity-toity bullshit is this? It's just there's nothing. This is garbage. This is absolute garbage."
Oh, there you are.
Oh, look, it's the priest.
I'm not a priest. I am a grave warden. There is a... Never mind. We're
Priest,
meeting up
Grey
in the...
Warden, fucking cardinal, they're all the same to me.
I suppose we all
Anyways,
are
what do
the
you
same
want?
to you. Never mind.
We
are meeting...
You're a hoity-toity type.
What is...
Excuse me.
What does that mean?
You're a hoity-toity type, because most religious people are. Where is the good tea? There's gotta be some on this godforsaken boat.
How about if you come with me right now to the rest of the group, we can have the crew search for some good tea. Do we have an accord?
No, they wouldn't know it by recognizing. Fine, I'll just go to the captain's quarters. Oh, they probably keep the good stuff in the captain's quarters. He completely shoves by you.
Then I'll follow behind.
Kalista?
So I'm going to struggle through this because I feel like this is an important description.
This is Kalista's voice right now. It's all right. It's all in game.
This is Kalista right now. Before they arrive, as Lorwryn and Kalista perhaps woke a couple hours before everyone else, Kalista has meticulously put herself back together from top to bottom. She has rebraided her hair. She has done her makeup. She has pulled a new robe from her bag of holding, a new pair of silk slippers, and just from head to toe, she has fixed herself. And although it has no use, the ring of shared suffering still sits on her finger. And she's just waiting, sitting at the table, sitting at the desk, much the same as she had been when she put that crown on, just twisting the ring as she waits.
Kalista, could you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
That is a 13.
So you're in the process of re-putting back together this mental image that you have of Kalista Liavet. I have a question. Through this armor, essentially, that Kalista dons, through this appearance that she has crafted, what is she hiding underneath this mask? Why does she work so hard to recreate this image?
I think because people are distracted by shiny things. And it is her hope that they will see the gold. They will see the crisp edges of her robe and her impeccable hair, and they will not see the pain that lingers just behind her eyes. They will not see, as Shin had said, the fraying down to her very soul. And I think it's her hope that if she puts these pieces back like how they were before this whole ordeal started, she will not see that pain. And maybe she can walk straight again, just for a little while.
As you adorn yourself with baubles and clothes and distractions, you look at yourself in the mirror the whole time. Every piece you put on, every layer of makeup feels like a spotlight on the things that you are trying to conceal. And whether you continue to don this mask or not is your choice. But I think, Kalista, while you look at yourself, you can't help but wonder, what's the point? Lorwryn.
Mellow?
As she's doing some of this stuff, Lorwryn will notice when she's gotten dressed again and things like that with it, and then she's just kind of there whirling the ring. And she'll kind of come up behind her and just kind of put her arms around her a little bit like that, and kind of put her chin on top of her head and just kind of look at her and just stay there for a moment. And then finally just kind of quietly say, grief is the price we pay for love, my dear. I know you miss him. I think we all do.
If Shin was down there for 1,000 years already, do you think his soul still remains intact? Do you think I'll find it?
The question is not whether his soul is intact, but how many of them he took with him. And she'll just kind of smile. You brought life into this world, dear mother. Something that has never been done before. Imagine what that power can do against the very smallest pieces in the levels of the 9 hells. He never suffered pride. And if he went there, imagine what is going to happen to the rest of them.
I think as Lorwryn embraces her, there was like a near imperceivable shaking to her that Lorwryn could feel. And she just lets the makeup brush fall from her hand. And she will leave her mask half painted. And just take the time to hold on to Lorwryn and center herself using Lorwryn instead of this shield. Instead of what is fake.
Tell me, love. Do you want to go after him?
I do. But I know we can't until this world is safe. I know that those souls that walk amongst us now take priority.
The needs of the many do outweigh the needs of the few, yes. But say the word and... Yes. Say the word and I will open the portal to hell and we will go there together.
And what?
As the door opens.
Oh no, there was
Lorwryn
no
will
door.
turn around. Lorwryn will turn around
was-
and be like, it's about as good that we are decent in here, you fucking pervert.
Well, quick pause. If you
I could hear it.
if you appear, how do you appear? What lets you do that? Misty stepping? Okay, cool.
Misty step. Yeah, Misty step. I can do that.
Technically, and this is just for the rules lawyers out there, you have to be able to see the place that you are teleporting to, but I know that this is purely narrative.
Do you really? So is it
it's
dimension
narrative.
door
it's
that
fine.
I can do that then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I've
Already
been
in there
blinking
anyway.
around. I've
It's
been
all right.
blinking around
It
the
doesn't
fucking
matter.
battlefield
It doesn't
for
matter.
fucking 18
I'm addressing
episodes. Like, you're
you
fine.
all, not the players.
Yeah. Cory, you're fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, she turns around and she goes, "You better be glad that we were decent here, you fucking perverts. Jesus Christ."
I could hear your clothes. Calm yourself.
Doesn't make it any less creepier.
I have
As
to agree.
the door
that doesn't
does
make it any
open
less
this
creepy.
time as Korrin walks in.
Yeah, with Korrin coming in. Yes. Yes.
New form and all, you're still bad with women. God.
I am not bad with women. God, that is a salacious rumor.
I want all of us that are in there just collectively to just look at him slowly and just stare.
Yeah.
I have had the sex.
It's canon now. Zhou/Shin has had the sex.
Korrin looks at Kalista.
I think at about this point,
Bar's hell, isn't it?
Val, shortly followed by Kaldian, enters the captain's chamber. Which
Bars in hell.
the captain's chamber is, it has the bedroom portion of it, but also the office portion. And so that is where you all are currently gathered. And
Shin immediately starts going through cabinets.
you find some coffee.
No, you don't have to address it. Just know that in the background for everyone else, Shin is going through cabinets.
Captain List met you
Or
outside.
Zhou is going through cabinets. Zhou is going through cabinets.
Captain List met you outside of his quarters, Kaldian, and gave you a map of Ivor, at least a usable one. And we have you all now here inside the captain's quarters.
First off, how are you two doing? As he addresses Lorwryn and Kalista.
Better, but we're not fully 100% yet. It'll take time.
Then as much time
Kalista
as
should
we
be
can
farther
give.
along.
What was that?
Kalista should be farther along than Lorwryn. If I had an additional time, I would be able to put them both in the same plane, but that wasn't available.
Yeah, just a reminder, for each use of Greater Restoration that Zhou did on you, which I believe was 2 on Kalista and 1 on Lorwryn, that removes that removes 1 of your points of exhaustion in addition to the 1 that is removed from long rest. Now, I don't believe Kalista has any remaining points or any points of exhaustion. Lorwryn still has quite a few.
Well, and both our strengths are...
That too. Your strength score... Oh, from the wish. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
that should be...
those last days.
Yeah, that's for a while.
Long rest helps that, but it lasts days.
Yeah, it does.
Is there any way spells help that?
Not, you could wish it.
Son of a Motherfucker throwing the rule book at us, goddamn.
You were...
Goddamn.
You were saying something, Kaldian?
Well, we should be arriving in probably 4 or 5 hours. I wanted to go over a few things with you all. And he'll roll out a map and kind of move some mugs and pen holders to keep it flat. Now, Could you all fill me in really quickly with what happened at the Valahim? Just the quick note version. Not all at once.
A few things.
That was a long time ago for me. Yeah, go ahead.
I'll catch you up. We got there, tracking one of the demons. And Shin decided to start an uprising. And in that uprising, Pride took advantage and split off half of the city, using the elves that were in the High Court. And they wanted to get rid of the elves and other folk in the lower court, and thus why we had to stop a mountain from falling into the mountains. And hence why there are so many people now in Highgale. That released a bunch of dragons into the world, because the elves were using them as fuel, basically. For right or wrong. And thus we are here.
Interesting.
Also, we all died a few times, during the battle and everything. You got there late, it's fine. Shin's back now, it's cool.
What? Who's Shin?
This guy.
Huh?
So he wasn't always like this.
He used to be worse, don't worry.
Oh. My condolences.
No, he was not a warlord of the Nine Hells when I last saw him. He was a monk. And then he turned back into a barbarian. And then he was a freedom fighter. He had a really cool logo. And then now he's back with us. Oh, he had one hand, yes.
I had a logo?
He lost a hand in the fight. And now he's got Jaeger's hand too. We did not address the fact that he just went up there and just grabbed Jaeger's hand and put it on and was like, this is me now.
Choose your battles. Choose your battles.
Fair enough.
I needed a hand. And he lifts up Jaeger's hand and it's like moving in his...
Surprisingly, I would say I feel like Jaeger would be okay with being Shin's hand.
I'm gonna kill him.
The right hand of Shin.
That was... I want to point out, Ethan, that was not my intention, but that is now what is canon.
No, it's great because
not
Jaeger's fist, even on the 8+ foot Zhou, is still oversized. It's kind of Hellboy fist, like size in proportion compared to you.
But that was not my intention. I love this situation way better.
So that is what we caught that.
Thank you for bringing me up to speed. And it is Lady Lorwryn? Is that correct?
At your service. And she bows slightly.
He does a head tilt back. Now, that kind of brings up a second topic. The Valahim, apparently, their strategy in all of this was to elevate.
Be complete and utter dumbasses. That's what their strategy was. That's what their strategy was. Shin was right.
But they are currently floating in the skies above, correct?
Unless the dragons ate them all, which is possible.
You'll hear Shin mutter under his breath, for now.
You're not wrong.
So that was their solution. Highgale turned to, and he'll look at Kalista, innovation, and created what is below the ship now. And for your all information, the third great city does have their own defense against these devils, but it is a holdout, last resort kind of thing. So if I die, the ship goes down, Elena's Rest is going to be a stronghold. Get there if you can.
I love your bit of hope when it comes to something like that, but What is their defense against the utter corruption of mankind?
That is a good question. And really, the answer to that is you all. You were the ones sent out to stop this before it gets any worse, as worse it can get. So that is all we have. It is not much. But you've already taken down 2. What's 5 more?
A normal Tuesday?
But what if we didn't? What if we didn't have to? What if the solution to this is understanding the inner mechanics and politics of the Hells? We don't have to defeat 5 more. We just have to defeat the right ones. And
In of the Skyfist wanting to talk about politics. Now I have fucking died.
Too bad it's Zhou. We don't have to beat 5. We have to beat the right ones. And that starts with Glacia.
The Princess of Hell.
If we want to bypass a war, we need to get the Princess of Hell back into Hell.
And this is based on what exactly?
I don't like your tone, boy.
If you will not answer his question, I ask the same. Where is this information coming from?
Asmodeus. He can't say his name.
Ah. I hate to be that guy. But to capture a wild beast is in some ways harder than to slay one.
Excuse you, she is more than a wild beast. She is not like the others. She can be reasoned with. We just need to find out why she's here. She's already breaking the rules. She's already here. She's broken the timeline. She's not even adhering to the deal, if you will. We just need to find out why. What's she here for? What does she want? And if we can convince her to go back and or take care of why she's here and why she's breaking the rules, get her to Asmodeus. That's 2 players off the field, and we only had to really fight 1.
And what of my pound of flesh from her?
There is no pound of flesh. You will have to sacrifice your pride. Like any good politician, sometimes you have to forego your own needs for the many. And he looks at Lorwryn when he says that.
Funny that you would lecture me.
I am not lecturing. This is no lecture. I think too highly of you for a lecture. I have thought nothing but of this conversation for 100 years. What you're seeing is caution.
Then you know what I
I
am
have learned.
putting aside. You know the pain that she has caused me and my sister. And you are asking for me to just brush that aside.
I watched you die for 1,000 years. Maybe more. Maybe less. It couldn't tell. I watched your body mutilated, violated. Speak not of me of bitterness and pain. What I'm offering you is a better path. One with less blood in it.
That is kind of the problem, though. It's not really you offering this path, is it?
And
Korrin
He
looks at
squares-
Shao.
And Korrin,
He
as you
squares the
quick
hill.
pause. Korrin, as
Go,
you look
right here.
over at Zhou, those last words he just said to you. Different path forward. One with less blood. You heard someone make you that exact same offer.
Baswell made me that same offer.
I am aware. But I am not asking for your eternal servitude. I'm not asking for any of your souls. I'm not asking for you to sacrifice the lives of innocents or 7 souls to raise one. What I am asking for is for us to, without bloodshed or insult, to deliver an archdevil to her father. And for you, man of God, who do you think brokered this? Do you think they give a fuck about any of this?
No, I don't think they do, and that is kind of the problem. It is devils messing with mortal affairs where they do not belong.
Yes, surprisingly, he agrees.
But how can we take the word of Asmodeus?
You're taking my word.
He'll kind of look over at the rest of them. 2 devils already entered this plane when they said they would wait. I see no reason to trust any word from any devil.
What is Asmodeus the sin of?
He looks at Val.
He is all of them.
He comes by many names. Asmodeus, Lucifer, Beelzebub, the Morning Star, Little Sunshine. Name them all.
And you brokered this deal with him?
He has no designs upon the mortal world as far as I can understand. He does not agree with this little plan. And he would like for the lords to be put back in their place, where they belong.
So you're telling me all he wants is for us to catch her and put her back where she belongs?
Just her. We can do with the others as we like. And he may even assist with those things. But only if we deliver the daughter. There's also another benefit, but it is not my story to tell.
What are you talking about? Is he going to release Jaeger's soul? Because that sounds like something I would want to barter with, to receive back. It seems like we're giving him something. Maybe we should actually get something else in return.
Unfortunately, no. Though.
Thought he was god of what? Everything there.
It's a little more closer to home. And Shin, or Zhou, tilts his head in a direction. Towards someone who knows who I'm talking to.
You sure have wandering eyes, don't you?
He's talking
I don't
about
have
me.
fucking eyes. How dare you point out a blind guy the fact that he doesn't have eyes?
They're wandering everywhere but your head.
He's talking about me.
What is he talking about, Korrin?
Zhou has stated he knows how my story ends. Alone. Rage-filled. Covered in the blood of my loved ones. Laying slain in front of me.
Her soul has been touched by Avernus. Thus the patterns on her skin. Thus the patterns on my skin. This will eventually consume her.
Consume both of you.
Time. Not for me.
How convenient.
There's a difference between a few 100 years and 1,000. And he pulls down, and there on his chest is a marking of Asmodeus.
What is that? Are you his now? What? Did you get married? What's that mean?
Val, you really know how to suck the wind out of me.
The scar on his chest looks like a cloven hoof.
So he's gonna give one of those 6 scars to Korrin to be able to free her?
No. That is not the deal that was struck.
And what was it?
To remove the taint entirely.
Kalista's going to turn towards Cal. This taint from the hells, is this something you've heard of?
Is it something I've heard of?
Make me a religion or arcana check here.
I will also make another one.
16 religion.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try just for shits and giggles. It's the barbarian.
Everybody's talking around Korrin right now. Korrin's like,
he's
hey,
just like,
I'm still here.
Yeah, like, you know what? I listen to my bar patrons. All I always talk about is magic shit. I'm gonna do Arcana, honestly.
I'm the one who's tainted.
10,
My body, my
whatever.
Well, just a reminder, Ivor doesn't have a lot of first-hand experience with any of this, so it makes sense that the stories that you heard in the Blaze wouldn't have touched on something like someone who came back from the Hells. Now, Kaldian, you've dug a little bit deeper, and Lorwryn, well, you originate from a little bit deeper. It is not unlikely that a soul that spends time in one of the circles of hell is changed. To what degree? It varies. Some people bear simple physical scars or have nightmares. Others entirely mad. It depends on the fortitude of the individual. But no one really comes back from the Hells entirely the same.
If you need a little more convincing, man of God. Unfortunately for Korrin, she went to the worst hell she could have for her. Zariel's hell. The hell of rage.
And looks Korrin, his face faces towards Korrin.
And we both know your history with rage.
And I wanted to give Kaldian a chance to respond to Kalista's question.
What was the question again? I blacked out.
If you heard about the lingering effects of the Hells. The thing you rolled for.
Got it. I've only heard of it, not actually seen. And he'll walk over to Korrin and raise a hand over where one of the markings is. Not touch, but just kind of like hover. And then look up at her. I am so sorry. Do you know how much time you have?
No, I don't. I was down there, it felt like an eternity. They just kept coming. I kept getting hotter and hotter and hotter just to keep going. Don't know how long I've got. I didn't even know there was a timer or any of that.
That's the unfortunate side about the plains, man of God. The division between the plains messes with time. 5 minutes here can be 1,000 years there, or not, just a few years. And so when curses cross planes, it's hard to say how long they have. Could be a few days, could be a few years, could be 100 years. We do not know. But I can tell you this. When it happens, it will be violent. It will be sudden.
So then what of you? Is your ticking bomb paused?
There is no bomb. Yes. With a collar comes a pause.
Apologies. I did not fully understand the situation. But it does not change things here. Not really. So, you propose we go after the daughter of the Hells, the princess. Do you know where?
Ethan? I think I do, right?
I don't think you do. You know that she has already arrived here. Why? No idea. That was not told to you. You were simply told that she had already arrived.
What is she the sin of again?
Lust.
Lust.
Or
Isn't easy.
let me clarify one thing. Not that she had learned that she had already sent her avatar. Here. Just for clarity, because you were told that specifically in those words.
Like I said, I don't know where she is, but I know where she'll be. So I only have one question for you, man of God.
And he smiles as he says this.
Where be the whores?
It's the episode title right there. There be whores instead of there be dragons.
Where be the whores?
Yep.
There's no good answer. If he knows this question, if he knows this answer, it's over.
He definitely does.
will-
He's a man of God. He 100% knows where these are.
Kaldian, that does make
Does it
you
ring a bell?
Well, you have, there's a lot of information that you have received during your time in Eleanor's Rest, traveling briefly with the new queen, and it does remind you of one of the pieces of information that you had heard, though adjacently. It's not really about whores or anything like that. It's sirens.
Well, I don't know based on that description if it fits with the information I know. So let me start on one end and you tell me if it sounds about right. And he'll pull out the little scale and place it on the map in the southeast coastline. In the town of Sweetwater, there have been reports of cannibalism. And then he'll pull out another one and place it north on the belt of Ivor. At the east gate, there have been earthquakes. And then he'll pull out another one. Somewhere north of the belt, there has been a town that has gone comatose, and everyone we send does not come back. Then he'll pull another one out and place it right next to Eleanor's Rest, the tiny little town. Trist is just descended into anarchy. And there's no ruling whatsoever, even that close to the rest. But this final one, and then he'll pull out one last scale and place it just south of that. On the, is it Vasami?
So that's not just south, that's way south.
South of Trist.
Oh yeah, way south, because that's
way
south
south.
of Windward as a whole. Yeah, but Vasami, yes.
And down here, on the island of Asami, there have been reports from wayward sailors that the sirens in the waters are acting odd, traveling in schools.
There she is. Though we might be able to get an audience with her sooner. But it will require a detour. Or a little bit of luck. Korrin. Is there a brothel in your small town?
Yes, there is.
Then we need to go there first. After you see your family, of course.
And that's this point of you asking her. Korrin is usually outward and not really shying away about anything. But at this point in time, you've actually seen her try to cover up her arms because of what she's learned.
Zhou, right? That is what you want us to call you now?
It's not a matter of want. Names are irrelevant, but whatever you feel comfortable calling me.
Of course. We have seen the destruction of 2 devils on the land around. Do you think it is wise to call forth to one from a place so close? Do you not think you're putting risk on Graham?
No more than I was already there. Do you understand what I am implying that is about to happen? Brothels are front, darling. They've always been temples. So they are already there.
Okay.
They don't
A lack
call
of
her the Princess
bloodshed,
of Hell.
because
Yes. Agreed.
Then we'll try it your way.
I mean, we tried to do that with Ballsy, and you see how that worked out well for him.
I offer you information. What you all do with it is your accord. I'm here to kill devils and save one. Beyond that, how we do that or how we go about that is inconsequential, if you will.
I think if we are going to do this, it should be Korrin's call. What say you?
I do not disagree.
Bring her in alive. You mentioned back that not everything can be solved with violence and everything. You said, Kalista, you need a politician. So we do it that way. Okay? And then she gets quiet again.
We're gonna save Korrin. And then we'll save Jaeger. And maybe Zhou we can even save you.
I need not saving. I'm right where I want to be.
And as we see you all sitting here, the beginnings of a plan starting to form as the Queen's justice continues to speed over the peaks of the belt of the world, rushing to the blaze of virtue. Underneath 5 watchful stars bright in the midday sky. That's where we'll close for tonight. And that's where we'll pick up next time. Great job, everyone. We are so back. Thank you all so much for being here for this episode 18 of Lords of Sin. Even though this is pre-recorded, real Ethan is sitting somewhere getting ready to raid. Hopefully. If you're still driving home, Ethan, now's the time. So please don't go anywhere so we can raid. I also want to let these incredible people let you know where you can find them when they aren't here rolling dice telling stories. Let's start with, because I know it's the fastest, Aaron.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I'm just here, being. You should go check out what
Zhou.
all these other folks are doing.
Man of God.
Love Zhou.
Danny.
I apologize.
No,
it's
great. It's already become a catchphrase.
Bro,
it's fantastic.
You're about
Just
to get
lean into it.
It dawned on me at the beginning of the session. I was like, damn it. Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about... Oh, sorry, Aaron. Sorry.
I saw that at the start of the session and didn't understand the pre-apology. I get it. Danny.
You can find me on all social media, Danielle Yoshiko. You can see my stuff. It's weird.
And awesome.
Your awesome book reviews.
Yes, I've been
so
doing
good.
this. Mav.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite black guy on the internet here, and your favorite golden dragonborn. You can find me here at Digital Clubhouse TV, on Twitch, playing a wide variety of video games. I'm currently working through all of the Life is Strange, at least the Max Caulfield story, before Life is Strange Reunion comes out. Hopefully, we'll see if I can get it done. I gave myself 4 weeks. Let's try it. Oh yeah. And you can also see me on the weekends playing with our boy Mallow.
Matty. Our trooper for sticking through with a very unhappy throat.
Oh yeah, just an unhappy body. I got con flag at my last con. You can find me everywhere at Mithril Cosplays. This won't be out in time for Emerald City, but actually probably won't be in time for any of my cons. So find me on Instagram. You can catch all my updates on there. I'm currently just have decided to make every single Twink character from Campaign 4. So I'm working through all of the cute boys from Campaign 4.
Fantastic. Mallow?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You can find me everywhere at TheMalloMan. You can find out everything that we're going on, including some new merchandise and things like that we have coming out here soon. If you're like me and you get to the end of the day and you're out of spell slots, I've got the t-shirt just for you. Look for that on my Instagram.
So good. And Cory, bring us home.
Hi, I'm Cory J. Phillips. You can find me at Cory J. Phillips on all social media. But be sure to follow Fallout Lone Stars at Take One Improv on all social media. But just search Fallout Lone Stars. It is my fan miniseries made and inspired from all of the love that I got at the Fallout fan celebration, and it is my love letter to Fallout. So go check it out at Fallout Lone Stars.
You absolutely should. My name's Ethan. I'm the Buff DM online. If you want any TTRPG content, I'm the Forever DM here, running 4 current campaigns that are all getting uploaded right now. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you, and even though this is pre-recorded, I can say with absolute confidence that it's still a tough time out there, so be extra good to yourselves. We need you around. We need you aware, because gestures broadly. Love you all so much, and until we see you next time, friends, be good to yourselves and go buff yourself. Bye, everybody.